Alright, welcome back everybody. It is your favorite vampire, Aveline here, and today we're doing more Murder on the Orient Express. To recap the last time, we followed Joanna Clark's perspective of the case, of the kidnapping case that happened in 2019, and we are now in 2020, the end of 2023. As we have also stated in other recaps, one of the passengers on the Orient Express, Mr. Ratchet, has been murdered. But without further ado, let's jump right back into it, shall we? With Chapter 4. Agatha Christie wrote over 30 plays, of which the most famous, The Mousetrap, is the longest-running play in the world, having debuted in 1952. On the day she died, the West End theaters dimmed their lights for 1 hour. Oh, that's sad. I'm trying to recall what I was doing last time.
How is Mademoiselle Locke, Doctor?
Her vital signs are improving, but she is still unconscious.
I understand. Thank you for looking after her.
Oh, Joanna Locke. Why did I call her Clark? I don't know. I don't know at all. She seems like a very nice young woman, though. Alright, shall we? Of course, we keep looking at the snow. What's so important about the snow? Alright, so let me get my bearings real fast. Now that we're back to Hercule Poirot, there we go.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
So now we know that Joanna Locke was actually following Ratchet. But in the meantime, let's continue to question everybody. Right. We're at the end of the car. Well, excuse me, at the very beginning of the car. Oh. Wrong room. My bad.
Captain Arbuthnot, I beg your pardon, but could you answer a few questions for me?
I'm grateful you found my ticket, Poirot, but now is not convenient.
I certainly didn't expect such a resistance.
Resistance indeed. I wonder if he's seeing his lady friend again. Ah, no loading screen this time. Cool. I guess it must have updated without me knowing. 202. Whose room was this again? Wasn't that ours? Yeah, I think it was ours. Okay. So, can't go into a 3. Can't go into a 4. Or 205. Anything here in the water closet? The old WC? Nope. Okay. Nothing in the water closet. I recommend popping in and checking it out though sometimes because there's a chance that you might find a golden mustache.
Most of the passengers pass by the bar during the day. They eat, drink, write, Maybe I can use this information for my investigation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now what? Why do I have a loading screen? Best way to know if someone is right-handed or left-handed? Okay, that's just ridiculous. Maybe?
Fantastic. Yes, it could work. He appears to be an observant young man and serves the passengers regularly. Brilliant. Yes, if I ask them to write something trivial, they may do it instinctively with their dominant hand.
I mean...
Great. Yes, I will remember which people use their right or left hand. I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
So I think with those sections, they're like thought planning, thought process, and stuff like that. Let's go ahead with you.
Mademoiselle Debenham, I have a few questions for you.
Of course.
Let's start with your movements last night.
There's little to tell. I went to bed and slept.
Did you know the man who was killed?
I saw him for the first time during lunch yesterday.
Did you notice anything about him?
Well, if I believed in auras, I might say he seemed dark.
I mean, that adds up.
Do you recall what time Mademoiselle Olsen went to get some aspirin from Madame Hubbard?
I remember glancing at the clock. She left our room just after 10:30 p.m.
Was she away for a long time?
About 5 minutes.
That confirms what Madame Hubbard told me.
Do you own a scarlet nightgown?
No, it isn't mine.
Whose then?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You do not say, I have no such thing. You say, it isn't mine, meaning that you know who it belongs to, am I correct?
Oh, I see. No. I woke up this morning about 5 a.m. with the feeling that the train had been standing still for a long time. I opened the door, and I saw someone in a scarlet kimono some way down the corridor. Her back was turned. It was impossible to see who it was.
I understand. Would you mind writing your address on this paper for me?
Not at all.
What is her dominant hand? Oh, she's right-handed.
That's it. Mademoiselle Debenham is right-handed.
Okay, so now we know that.
Do you smoke by any chance?
No, I never have.
Oh,
Thank you for your assistance, mademoiselle.
so we know she's right-handed. So she's the first right-handed person, and probably not who we're looking for. And then we also have the who vapes, who smokes. I can't answer this one just yet. Actually, maybe I can. Tracking dominant hands, because I can see her holding a wine glass. So she's gotta be right-handed.
Right.
The train conductor had...
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Oh.
Well done.
It's because the difference in perspectives.
That's the right answer.
Alright.
Great.
Mrs. Hubbard doesn't smoke.
Good.
But the conductor does.
No, not good.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Oh,
Right.
he does smoke.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
Good.
That makes it a little easier.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Alright. So, we got that so far. Which is good, because that's slowly narrowing down the suspects that we've got. Slowly, but surely. But what'll happen if we don't have suspects?
Mademoiselle, I am sorry to disturb you, but I need to ask you a few questions.
Are you the investigator?
I am.
We are lucky you are on the train. What do you want to know?
I hear, mademoiselle, that you were the last person to see the murdered man alive.
I do not know. It may be so. I opened the door of his compartment by mistake. I was much ashamed. It was a most awkward mistake.
You actually saw him?
Yeah, he was reading a book.
And what did you do after that, mademoiselle?
I went in to the American lady, Mrs. Hubbard. I asked her for some aspirin, and she gave it to me. I usually carry extra aspirin for the refugees, but I gave mine to a camp in Turkey. They needed it more than me.
So obviously she's German. Knows... Let's go ahead and say 46?
I do not think that's the right answer.
72.
No, not good.
What?
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Swedish? Nurse. There we go. I'm mistaken.
Voila.
The, yeah, for German.
Did Mrs. Hubbard ask you whether the communicating door between her compartment and that of Monsieur Ratchet was bolted?
Yes,
And was it?
yes.
And after that, what did you do?
After that, I went back to my compartment, took the aspirin, and lay down. That was around 10:50 p.m.
Is there anyone else in your compartment?
Yeah, a young English lady. Very nice, very amiable.
After the train left Vinkovsky, did she leave the compartment?
No, I am sure she did not.
Why are you so sure, if you were asleep?
I sleep very lightly. I am used to waking at a sound. I am sure that if she had come down from the berth above, I should have awakened.
Did you yourself leave the compartment after that?
Not until this morning.
Alright.
Do you have a scarlet silk kimono, mademoiselle?
No, indeed. I have a good comfortable dressing gown of Jaeger material.
Do you smoke, mademoiselle?
No, I can't stand the smell of tobacco.
Huh. So we've got a mix of people who smoke cigarettes and people who don't smoke.
Perhaps you will be so amiable as to write me down your address.
With pleasure.
Mademoiselle Olsen is indeed right-handed.
Alright.
This was a very interesting conversation, mademoiselle. I thank you.
If if you have any other questions, I'll be in my compartment. Good luck, Mr. Poirot.
Ooh, we got a contradiction. There we go. Miss Olsen should have heard Miss Debenham leave at 5 a.m.
Strange, this story. If Mademoiselle Olsen is such a light sleeper, why didn't she tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham getting out of bed? She even made a point to tell me the opposite. My little gray cells did not let me down.
So now we have another suspect on the list. And we can confront her. But let's go ahead and continue interrogating the other suspects, shall we?
I'll observe her instead.
So she writes with her right hand as well.
I'll keep an eye on them instead.
Huh. She's right-handed. He's right-handed. He's left-handed. I think we got an update on one of the nodes. So let's take a peek at what we are looking at. Dominant hands of some of the passengers. I'm gonna go ahead and say right-handed, right-handed, left-handed.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Never far from the truth. No. It has to be right-handed. He's right-handed. He's right-handed. Duh!
Et voilà.
Oh, it's because the perspective is flipped. I keep getting messed up on that. You get me mad.
Monsieur Fauché, may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help?
It is, of course, about the murder of Monsieur Ratchet. Can you tell me your movements last night?
I understand. Yesterday evening, I took a break at Vinkovsky station with Hotaru. We then went to our quarters in the staff accommodations, a section of the luggage car. Freya was there, reading, and I went to bed right after. Freya is there now, I think, and Hotaru is in the kitchen. They can verify my story.
What time was this?
11:30 p.m. or a bit after. The snow is beginning to fall heavily.
I see. Thank you. Can you write your address on this paper, please?
You want to pay me a visit?
Who knows, Monsieur Fauché?
He's right-handed.
He is right-handed, there can be no doubt.
Are you a smoker?
I'm trying to quit, but yes. I'm now down to just 1 pack of cigarettes a week. If you're looking for a heavy smoker, you should talk to Hotaru.
Alright.
Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
Well, that was definitely interesting. I gotta confront Mrs. Olsen, but for right now, I need to continue the investigation, continue interrogating everybody. There's the other water closet. This is a storage. Anything in storage that I could find? There's a golden mustache.
Another delightful trophy for my collection.
I really gotta go back through and look for the golden mustaches in this game. Alright, now we're heading to the restaurant section.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
I have not finished yet, but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you as soon as I can.
There's still something I can ask you.
So, Poirot, I hope you are...
I have not...
No. So I can't. Huh. Okay. That's fine. This leads to storage. Ooh, we can now access storage. Cool. Ooh. Are you okay?
Ah, Monsieur Maury. Would you have a few minutes to give me? I have some questions to ask you.
Do I look like I can answer questions? The room is spinning. My head is about to explode.
You were celebrating last night?
Celebrating when Freya always wins. Ah, what am I saying? If you want my answers to your questions to make sense, help me recover. You see there, the magnet on the fridge. That is my special recipe. I call it my day after survival tonic. If you could make me my special tonic, I might survive long enough to answer your questions. Jean knows the recipe very well. He can help you with the preparation.
Very well, Monsieur Maury. If I must, I must. I will make you your day after survival tonic.
The dude's hung over. He's hung over. I can't believe this.
That was easy.
That was very easy. Alright. So, let's have a look at this. Is there not anything on the back that I can look at? No? Okay. So the day after survival tonic. Half lemon juice. $15 cl of fresh sparkling water, 6 mint leaves, and 5 cl of ginger juice. Huh. Why did I open this? Oh, hey! That's funny, because it looks just like the puzzle. That's the mint. Cool. Lemon. Mint, lemon, ginger. Sparkling water.
I'm missing half of the tonic ingredients.
All you're missing is the ginger. There you go. It's only 4 little ingredients. I might actually have to try out that recipe myself. Granted, I don't really like sparkling juice or sparkling water.
Monsieur Fauché,
Of course, how can I help?
Monsieur Fauché, I need your help to prepare a cocktail.
What is this phrase? This is music to my ears. What can I fix for you? A mojito? A gin and tonic? Or perhaps a martini? Shaken, not stirred?
It's not for me, but for Monsieur Maury.
Ah, his day after survival tonic. Unfortunately, I know it well. Bring me the ingredients and I'll prepare it for you right away.
Monsieur Fauché.
Of course.
Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
Wait. Oh, it is sparkling water. Okay. So we do have everything now. We have everything. I wonder if well, actually, let's also check out the storage area before we do this. I'm not mean, I just... You know, the dude's hungover. Cool. Why am I here in storage?
It's locked.
Of course it's locked. Huh. Alright. Well... Anything in the water closet? No? Oh. Okay. So hopefully I did not screw this shit up. Come on now, I know how to juice a lemon. This is... Oh! There we go.
I have all the ingredients for Monsieur Maury's tonic. I have to go and see Monsieur Fauché so he can prepare it for me.
I feel dumb. I work with food on a near daily on a daily basis. And yet, I couldn't have even... I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I follow recipes nearly every day at my job, and... Yeah. I didn't even think to juice the lemon. Oh well. It's fine. We got it figured out now. Yoo-hoo! Hey, bud. Come fix me a drink.
Monsieur Fauché,
Of course.
here is everything that was listed on the magnet.
Excellent. I can take it from here. Mr. Poirot, I'm uncertain about the lemon juice. Is it half a lemon or full lemon for the recipe?
Shit. It's fine. Half lemon.
Half a lemon.
I can't remember if Hotaru prefers it with ginger or without. Do you remember?
With ginger.
I can assure you that he will want the ginger.
Half a lemon with the ginger.
There you are, sir. Hotaru will be himself again.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yay! Day after survival tonic. I want to double check that recipe. Yeah, it was a half lemon juice and ginger juice. Alright. Let's go give this guy his, like, hangover... Like, his hangover cure. His hangover remedy. Coffee's mine. Just saying. But then again, I'm a big coffee addict. I love coffee.
Here you go, Mr. Mori. I hope this will help you.
Thank you very much. Please give me a moment. While this takes effect, it will be a while, I'm afraid. But I will not move from the kitchen.
Since I have to wait, do you know where I can find Mademoiselle Nielsen?
She is in the staff quarters in the luggage car. If the door is locked, John will have the key.
Thank you. I will return. I hope you have a speedy recovery.
Hey!
Monsieur Mori told me that you are the one who has the key to open the luggage car door. I will need it.
Yes, that's right. Here it is. Please don't forget to give it back to me.
I will not forget, Monsieur Fauché.
Alright. Oh, and we can take a look at it. Oh, it's so cute! It's got a little train! It's got a little train! That's so cute!
I have a favor to ask. Could you visit the passengers who are in their rooms and explain there has been an error with their allergy and diet form?
But, Monsieur Poirot, I made no errors.
Of course not. Call it a computer error.
Yes, it is possible, but even if I can see this is part of your investigation, I do not understand it.
I would ask that you observe which hand each passenger uses.
Ah, you wish to know if they use the right or left hand when they write?
That is my intention.
I will take on this mission for you.
Excellent.
He's so cute. I mean, this is like an adorable, like, little brother kind of way. I'm talking about Sean. Simply because he's like, do I want to help out with this investigation? Yes, I'll help out with the investigation. Alright.
That's it. It's open now.
Ooh.
A deck of cards. I suspect they were reading diamonds and spades instead of books.
Ooh, somebody got caught gambling.
Empty rum bottles?
Somebody wasn't just, ooh. They were also drinking. Fun times. Fun times. See, I can't do rum. I can't do rum. I go a little overboard with rum. Tequila's also my vice.
Hello, Mademoiselle Nielsen. May I ask you a few questions?
I don't have a minute. My career is ruined, and it's not my fault.
But how did this terrible thing come to pass?
My supplies, passenger luggage, our living space. There is so little room. I gave the cargo handlers in Istanbul strict instructions how to stack my crates containing the ingredients I need for my desserts, so as one box is used up, it can be discarded.
And these fools of cargo handlers, did not follow your instructions?
Ignored completely. I have 4 crates that must be moved from there to here to correct the order they are stacked. But placing the wrong crate on top of a smaller crate will crush it, its contents, and my career.
Calm yourself, mademoiselle. I understand. So, the problem is these 4 crates must be moved there, but carefully.
Yes. I have to move these 4 boxes from this location to here. But there is not much space to move the boxes, and I have to be careful never to put a bigger box on top of a smaller one, or the smaller crate will be destroyed.
The problem is clear. I shall assist you.
Oh no, it's one of these ones. It's fine though, because I can actually pretty much should be able to figure this thing out. There we go. Then we could put the smaller box here, put that one there. Which means I could put this one here. Put that one there. Put this one on top of that one. That one there. Put that one there. That one there. And... voila!
Et voilà!
You are a lifesaver.
Or at least, a dessert saver.
Thank you, thank you. I will gladly answer your questions.
Look, I play matching games, like a whole bunch of like stacking games too. So these are like my favorite puzzles. Sorry for the speed run. I didn't realize how quickly I had that puzzle figured out. So I do apologize if anybody has like problems figuring it out. Even though for me it was actually pretty easy. I like puzzles. I really do enjoy puzzles, and there's a lot of video games out there that have a lot of obscure puzzles that I'm still trying to figure out. But this is just one of my favorites. A lot of people like to say when I was growing up that I was like right-brained. And I am. But I'm also a bit left-brained. Anywho, let's get back to it.
Can you tell me your movements of last night?
Last night after dinner, I stayed in the kitchen until 12:15 a.m. Then I joined Jean and Hotaru in our quarters. Then all of us read quietly in our beds until we fell asleep.
A very studious staff. However, Monsieur Mori doesn't seem to have followed the same literary pursuit as the others. And these rum bottles, do they have something to do with his hangover?
Woohoo!
I rather think that you didn't just read last night.
What makes you say that?
The empty rum bottles. Were their labels part of your reading last night?
My fault. I must have left them there before I put them in the bin. And these are straight from the bar. Our passengers must have drunk them.
I have my doubts. But why would she feel the need to lie?
I spoke to Monsieur Mori. He seemed to be quite hungover. He even asked me to make him his day after tonic. He blurted out, "Freya always wins." Wins what? Looking around, it is clear you were gambling and drinking most of the night.
You don't understand. It's late when we're off duty, but we need to unwind. And now there's been a murder? Yes, I admit it. We went overboard last night. But please don't tell Mr. Book. It's against regulations. We could all be fired.
Mademoiselle, I realize your difficult jobs have been made more difficult. But as you say, there has been a murder. I must have the truth.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
It's not such a crime. I'll leave it there and check in with Monsieur Fauché.
Woohoo! That was a correct guess. So they were up last night and gambling, and not only that, drinking. Like I said, I can't do rum. Rum's a quick way to get me drunk fast. Tequila, on the other hand. I'm not gonna go into that.
Would you mind writing your address on this paper? I'm asking everyone on the train for addresses, in case I need to contact them once they leave the train in Paris.
I understand.
She's right-handed.
Yes, that's it. Mademoiselle Nielsen is right-handed.
Now.
Do you smoke?
No, I never have.
Thank you. Thank you for your answers, Miss Nielsen.
You're welcome.
Alright. Cool, that means I don't need to talk to her anymore. Hello, what have we here? A golden mustache.
You can never have too many of these.
I seriously gotta go through and look for the golden mustaches. That makes me wonder if little Sean, and I'm referring to him as his age, knows something.
Here is your key. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
About the little favor I asked of you.
Aha, but of course. I was able to get new allergy forms from guests who were in their compartments. Monsieur McQueen, Monsieur Masterman, Count and Countess Andreni, they are all right-handed. I also asked Princess Dragomirov, but she had her assistant, Madame Schmidt, sign for her. She is right-handed as well.
You have exceeded my expectations. Well done. Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
There we go. Alright. We still have to confront Mrs. Olsen. And now to go talk to Mr. Mori. Hope you're feeling better.
How are you?
It's better. Thank you.
Then may I ask you some questions? It will not take long.
Quickly, please. I have hungry passengers to feed.
Très bien. Can you tell me your movements last night?
Oh, nothing special. When I went off duty, I joined John and Freya in a compartment. I read for a short while, then went to bed early.
Reading? I'm not sure you have recovered enough to tell me the truth. Don't waste what little energy you have recovered to lie, Monsieur Mori.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Poirot. You're right. It obviously wasn't reading that made my head hurt like that. But if you told Monsieur Book, it could mean my job.
I will keep your secret, but I am investigating a murder. You must tell me the truth.
Thank you.
You don't want to make Poirot angry. Don't make him angry. He will come after you.
Please, write your address on this paper.
My address? I don't see why.
I think I hear Monsieur Book approaching.
My address? Yes, of course.
Told ya.
Another right-handed person. Not surprising, most people are.
You are a heavy smoker.
My job. It is very stressful.
Would you happen to know who vapes on the train? A banana flavor?
Oh, yes. The smell disgusts me. What is wrong with a good tobacco?
I do not have time to answer that. Who is it?
I've only seen one person who vapes. It's Captain Arbuthnot.
Captain Arbuthnot, I see.
Your testimony was invaluable to me. Thank you. Take care, Monsieur Maury. My palate depends on your good health.
Ooh. We got 2 people that are about to get it. And now to move quickly. I'm not gonna talk to Book. The last time I spoke to Book, I almost screwed up on that puzzle. So, back to the cars we go. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I love how it's like got that jazzy sort of vibe. Alright, not 205. What was her cabin number? Not 204. Not 203. 202 is ours. So why do we keep looking out into the snow? I don't get why this is a thing. But anyway, not 201. Not 107. 106. It's giving me a loading screen. Cool.
Captain Arbuthnot, I know that you are the only person on this train to smoke e-cigarettes. We found a vial of e-liquid at the crime scene. Will you talk to me about this, or should I pass on what I've learned to the police?
All right. Come in if you must.
Alright, let's go. Now that we have vocal permission. You're in trouble. Very much a lot of trouble.
I have just a few questions for you.
Very well. Let's hear them.
The young English lady, Mademoiselle Debenham, was at the Tocatlian Hotel. Perhaps you met her there?
We exchanged a few words. Fellow Brits abroad, that sort of thing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yet she was wearing the same earring that we found on your nightstand.
What can you tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham?
Nothing whatsoever. We barely spoke.
The director of the Orient Express, Monsieur Bouc, thinks the assassin is a woman.
And that is enough to accuse her? She had nothing to do with this murder.
How can you be so certain?
The idea is absurd. Ratchet was a perfect stranger to her. She'd never seen him before.
Ah, did she tell you so?
Well, yes, maybe she did. She may have commented once upon his somewhat unpleasant appearance. If a woman is concerned, as you seem to think, to my mind, without any evidence, I can assure you that Miss Debenham could not possibly be implicated.
It is clear that the captain is defending Miss Debenham, a woman he supposedly doesn't know very well.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing last night around 1:15?
1:15? I believe I was still talking to that young American fellow, Mr. McQueen, the secretary of the man who was killed. We were in his compartment.
He was a friend or acquaintance of yours?
No, I never saw him before this journey. We'd hit it off at dinner, and the conversation continued into the early hours.
Until what time was that?
Until 1:45 or so. Then I retired to my room and went to sleep.
A likely story.
There is nothing you can recall last night that in any way struck you as suspicious?
It's nothing. A mere detail.
Allow me to be the judge.
Well, before returning to my room, I went to the lounge car to get a glass of water. When I was passing through the first-class corridor, I noticed that the door, which is just after your room, 201, was not quite closed, and the person who was inside peered out in a furtive sort of way. Then he closed the door quickly. I know there's nothing in that, but it was the furtive way it was done that caught my attention. Struck me as a bit odd.
I understand. Thank you for letting me know. Could you write down your address here, please?
My address? If you insist.
He's right-handed.
This man is right-handed.
Is this e-cigarette liquid yours?
What flavor is it?
Banana.
Well, that is awkward. That's my flavor of choice. But I have no idea what it was doing there, whatever.
Can you explain how it ended up there?
I have no idea. I never entered the man's room, Poirot. That's the truth.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A likely
Thank you,
story.
Captain.
You're welcome.
A very likely story. So we know that the vape liquid was his. And he has an alibi for the time of the crime. I can't accuse Arbuthnot. His alibi protects him despite the liquid being found at the crime scene.
Captain Arbuthnot is the only passenger to smoke an e-cigarette. Even if this liquid in Ratchet's room is a solid clue, he has an alibi. I cannot accuse him without any other proof.
That's the right answer.
So, we can conclude we can't necessarily accuse him of anything unless we find a way to prove his alibi is actually false. Innocent until proven guilty. 104.
Pardon this intrusion, Mademoiselle Olsen, but something you told me earlier confuses me.
Oh, please, come in.
Alright, let's go.
How can you be sure Mademoiselle Debenham was in bed all night?
As I told you, I am a very light sleeper. The slightest noise wakes me up. If Fraulein Debenham had gotten out of her bed, I would have heard her. I got up this morning around 8 a.m. She was sleeping soundly.
I know there is a clue somewhere to prove she's lying.
Okay, so it's not that one.
Are you certain you would have heard her?
Yes. Why are you asking?
I spoke to Mademoiselle Debenham and she told me that she got up around 5 o'clock in the morning. She opened the door and looked down the corridor. It was then that she saw a woman in a red kimono. How do you explain that?
I think I must have been sleeping very soundly not to have heard it. Oh, but does that make me a suspect?
I am not accusing anyone, mademoiselle. Do not worry. I am just trying to determine what happened last night. Thank you for your testimony.
Well, that's one alibi full of holes. So, Mr. McQueen was talking to Captain Abernaut. Miss Debenham slept all night, confirmed by Mrs. Olson. Mrs. Nielsen was playing cards with Mr. Morey and Mr. Faulkner, and Mr. Michael went to see Mrs. Hubbard.
That's the right answer.
So, there's gotta be somebody who's doing this. Or it could be all of them and they're covering for each other, which I wouldn't be surprised. No spoilers. No spoilers for those who have seen the movie. No spoilers for those who have seen or have read the book. I'll walk a little faster. Just a little faster. That way we can report to book. You know, maybe I should talk to one of my friends about learning French. I don't know. I learned Spanish back in high school, but I didn't really have an interest in French. I didn't really pick up an interest in French until I started really and truly reading the Hercule Poirot books and like watching the movies and everything. Book.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
There is no trace of the murder weapon on the train, as yet. The killer could have hidden it anywhere.
It must be somewhere.
Indeed, as you say, it must be somewhere. According to Dr. Constantine's report, the stab wounds were made by at least one right-handed and one left-handed person, and with different strength. For the moment, everyone I have checked is right-handed. It is impossible to draw any conclusions as yet. However, I still have a few people to interrogate, notably the Russian princess.
You still have many avenues to explore?
Indeed, the case is far from over, mon ami.
Oh yeah.
I identified the person responsible for the bottle of liquid for the vape found at the crime scene.
So, this is our culprit? Do we hold him?
No, unfortunately, this bottle belongs to Captain Arbuthnot, but he has an alibi, confirmed by Monsieur McQueen for the time of the murder.
Monsieur Bouc, Monsieur Poirot.
Michel, calm down.
But it's Mrs. Hubbard. She says she found the murder weapon in her room. She's very upset.
Let's go, Poirot.
Oh. Well, if this isn't a coincidence... all of a sudden, the murder weapon shows up? Well, this is interesting. Go, Poirot, go! I can't remember. There you are.
I demand to be allowed to leave this train!
Madame, we are in the mountains, trapped in a snowdrift.
Stating the obvious, there is a murderer among us. He had the audacity to hide his weapon in my room.
Please, Madame Hubbard, take a deep breath and tell us what occurred.
Alright.
Where did you find the knife?
I wanted to get a handkerchief from my purse, and when I opened it, I saw it! A bloody knife! Am I next to be murdered?
I very much doubt the murderer would give you his weapon.
What do you mean?
Madame, he would have used it.
Oh, I haven't.
Did you touch the knife?
Of course not. What a question.
I will take that as a no.
Very distraught indeed. Alright. Time to open the bag. Sure enough.
Is this knife the real murder weapon, or is it a red herring?
I don't know. Taking a look at it. This looks like a standard kitchen knife. Is there anything else in here that I can take a look at? No.
Mrs. Hubbard is distraught, Poirot. I should stay with her. Please go on without me.
I have every right to be distraught. Thank you, Mr. Book.
I assume we're gonna go talk to the doctor. Room was he in? Oh no, this is my room. Why do I keep coming back to my room? Well, at least we've taken a look at the knife. Crap. I can't remember whose door was which. We'll try 104 first. Oh. I already spoke to Olsen. Is there anything in your room, though, that I should be aware of? Nope. Should chat with the doctor.
Dr. Constantine, we may have found our murder weapon. We need to make certain.
There is a pretty quick way to be sure. I have estimated the depth of the wounds. You can easily find the depth of each wound by comparing the width. There are 5 of them that I am not sure about. Test them, and then we will compare our results.
I will do as you say, Doctor.
Why? Oh, please don't tell me I have to do math. So, for each wound in the body, find the depth that could match the knife shape to check and see if it would be the murder weapon.
I do not think that's the right answer.
It's not. There we go.
I must admit I'm not right this time. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth. No, not good.
Okay. This is... it's eyeballing. You have to eyeball this. I wonder.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth. I do not think that's the right answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
Okay. Let's also check out the hints, see what they got. The largest wound is 9 centimeters wide. 2 average wounds are 6 centimeters and 8 centimeters wide. Smallest wound is 4 centimeters. Okay. So... I can't remember what the first one, but the other one was like 8 centimeters. So I wonder, maybe?
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
I'm thinking,
I do not think that's the right answer.
I wonder. 7. And I think maybe this one's gonna be the 4?
That's the right answer.
What do you think, Doctor? Is this knife really the murder weapon?
There can be no doubt. You found the same depths as the estimate I made during the preliminary autopsy. I can assure you that you hold in your hands the weapon that took Ratchet's life.
Oh, shit.
Thank you. I feel way better now.
The rest gave you time to sleep off most of the effects of the drug.
I'm still a bit groggy.
That's understandable.
Are you able to continue your story now?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Where was I?
You were explaining how you returned to the Armstrong house to tell them their poor little child was dead.
Yes, that's it. I felt helpless. My part in the case was officially over, but I knew I couldn't let it go. Daisy deserved justice.
Yeah, that she did. The power of observation. We got that trophy. Yay! Huh. Agatha Christie was inspired by real events to write Murder on the Orient Express.
Two days later, I returned to the Armstrong house to tell them Daisy would be released soon for burial. I was angry with myself that I couldn't bring them better news. I wasn't prepared for more tragedy.
Well, before we continue, let's go ahead and save, because I do believe we are now in Chapter 5, the kidnapping investigation. We're now in Chapter 5. Holy crap, this game's going pretty quickly. Like, the prologue was pretty short, which is to be expected. Chapter 1 was actually a decent amount. These chapters are decently, decent timed. About maybe an hour each. Which is cool if you want to play this all in one sitting. And also cool for me, since I like creating content. But anywho, that's gonna be enough for today, unfortunately. You will probably see this video up on Friday! Not Friday, Thursday. Chuck it. We'll chuck it in the bucket and say Friday. We'll put it on Friday. I've been trying to kind of experiment with the new schedule and everything. So far it's been turning out pretty good, but I'll go back to my Fridays. Anywho, I hope you guys are enjoying this gameplay. Excuse me. I'm so used to streaming that this is literally what I do. But anywho, I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Hope you guys are enjoying the puzzles. Hope you guys are enjoying the mystery. Really putting those little gray cells to work. And I will catch y'all later. Also, please do leave a like and subscribe. It feeds me and my cat. Particularly my cat. We greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all later. So, later. Bye! Mwah! I love you, my followers.